Hello, friends. Jay, the Silent Cartographer, here on a Saturday afternoon, bringing you, I believe it's number 28 or 29 of Daily Map. We are in Wonder Draft today, but we are going to be making a. We are going to be making an encounter map, not a world map today, and because this is going to be used in my Sunday game, or part of that first adventure, this is going to be a mock-up of one of those, so we're going to make it full HD 1080p. And this is going to be, if you watched my Planning an Adventure video all those weeks ago, I think it was like 2.5, 3 weeks ago at this point, one of the encounters could take place in a town. And so we are going to make said town, a little farm village. And so we're going to start with our symbols, and we are going to use a very specific set of tiles that I downloaded a long time ago, which are these here, these various buildings. And so I'm going to shrink these to a... Oh, that's not how you rotate. How do you rotate? I'm so befuddled. I don't think you actually can rotate symbols in Wonder Draft, can you? That's a great question to ask Google before we start this. Can you rotate symbols in Wonder Draft? I don't think you can. Oh. Oh, it's period and comma. Interesting. Not very practical, but certainly interesting. Well, what would a farm have? Well, a farm would definitely have a large house that's kind of like the farmstead house. On top of that, it would have a fair number of little, like, granary huts, things like this. Maybe some tool sheds that have been placed around. And then we have the lodging of the actual people who live here. And so we're going to go ahead, we're going to flip this around. And we're just going to kind of go 1, we're going to go 2, we're going to go 3. Maybe we'll even do a 4 and a 5 up like that. And then we're going to have like a little tavern or something, like a little area for people to come in, and we'll do that like that. And then maybe we'll have a different building, maybe a stables or something, just like this. Cool. Now that we have all this stuff down, and you know, I've got some of these rock shapes here. I'm just gonna throw some rocks down. Good to give the players some cover. Sorry if you can hear the police outside. I don't know what's going on today. There's some police activity. Let's see if there's anything else, and I really don't think that there is. We're going to go to our land tool, we're going to go to our brush tool, and we are going to go ahead and we are going to put the filter on, and we're going to turn off ground, because we don't want to change, we're going to turn off symbols, because we don't want our symbols to change colors. We want our ground to change colors, and whew, that's bright. Anything more farmlandy? That's pretty farmlandy. Something like that, and then... Oh. No, that won't select symbols. Symbols selection tool. Draw a box around these guys. Maybe they built their town around a little rock garden here. And I know that there are some farmland, so I'm just going to try to search the symbols for farm. Nothing in farm. Girl field. That's how you spell field. Here we are. Okay, so there's some field here. Some tillage. That is, I think this is, yeah, that's to put it back to default. Although this does look like it's at a little bit too much of an angle for what I'm looking for here. And the symbol scale is already at 100. Let's see if I can... I kind of did like the way that looks. I'm just going to put down like a bunch of those. I'm going to go through here and select these. And maybe we're going to make them like 4 times scale. We're going to override that, and we'll do the same with these if this looks right, but I don't want to do all that work right now, so first one here. Although this, we kind of messed that up. We want to go up a little higher, so fit that together like that, fit that together like that, fit that like that. No, that really does mess with the perspective, because it's a top-down thing and not a top-down thing. Well, that kind of sucks, but what we can do is we can go to the land tool, we can go to land brush tool, And we can grab some dirt. We can cut the brush opacity down a little bit, and we can make our road. So the road's going to come in from the south here. The road's just going to go in here. It's not a highway, so it's not cobbled. It is dirt and packed earth that has been, over a period of time, beaten down by horses, foot and feet. Now we're going to cut the opacity down. Not that low, but pretty darn low. And we're just going to give a little bit of an inclination that some people have been walking around here for a good long while. Just like something like that. I don't think we have like a fence or anything in symbols, but we'll try. Fence. No, we do have these, but again, the perspective is wrong. Hole? No. You know, a lot of this is probably going to have to be done in Wonderdraft. I wanted to get the basic shape, the basic roads done in in Wonderdraft. Sorry. The majority of this stuff is probably going to have to be done in Roll20, but I wanted to get as much of it done as possible in Wonderdraft. So you know, maybe there's some bushes here. Maybe there's a few little plants and such growing in this general area. I don't like how they're going under the rocks, so I'll try and manipulate that a little bit. Let's go into 100 scale here. Let's go to our land tool. Let's go to our brush tool. And we are going to filter out everything but the symbols. And now we're going to change the colors of the roofs of the houses. We're going to do that with our nice bright colors. Yeah, that's a bit too aggressive. Maybe we make this one like a red, like a brick red. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Maybe we'll make a couple of them that color just to kind of give it that feeling. We're going to go to a dark orange, and maybe we'll just kind of lightly put some orange around here. Then we'll go to this darker green color, and then maybe we're going to have a couple of these green tinted houses. Although green tinted houses probably don't look right. I'm colorblind, so to me it probably looks way more normal than it actually does. And then as for this, for these stones in the middle, I kind of like the way they currently are, but I am going to try a dark granite rocks type color here. And you know, I think that actually does add a lot to it. Maybe we'll gray that up a little bit, like a little metal shack. And then yeah, I think the rest of this is going to be done in Roll20. I will say though that maybe... No, I don't want to add a grid pattern for the sole reason that it'll mess with Roll20. I'll have to do the grid on Roll20, and hope that the scale works out. Something like this is probably 10 feet across for a road is probably a little too much. Something like this would probably be fair, which means it would take if each of these are 5 feet. And this is a very important thing to keep in mind when you're doing an encounter map. Is like, if the players are in the circle, how long will it take them to get to the main road? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 30 feet right there. So it'd take them 2 rounds to get from here to down over here. And then I do kind of want to turn off the grid because again I can't have that for Roll20. But something I want to add is like some pieces of cover, and I don't know if I'm going to do that in this or if I'm going to do that in Roll20. I think I'm going to do that in Roll20. Just because it'll be way easier to put things down where I want them. So yeah, I think that this has been an incredibly short, under 10-minute little daily map, and this is kind of how I do little settlements and little towns in Wonderdraft. Is I have these awesome little houses. That I believe there was a YouTube tutorial that I completely blank on. That had these in as a link in their description as how they did town maps. And I'm sure if you Googled make town map in Wonderdraft that it'll come up, but sorry, I want to grab the dirt a little bit. I want to grab the ground. I want to a little bit more. Nope. Hold on a second. Yeah, see, I accidentally clipped the symbols, so let's turn symbols off. If this is going to be a stable, I really want that to be a little bit muddier. Over here. Just like that, and then kind of just the illusion that over years and years and years of walking to the same areas over and over and over again, that this dirt's been really packed down. But yeah, I want to give some more cover options. I wanted to like kind of add a broken fence around the outside. I wanted to add some stuff out in the roughs, just because since this is going to be a battle map, and this is going to be a battle map that the players are going to have some time to set up potentially. If they decide to come here first, they'll be able to say, hey, we want to try to do this or we want to try to do that. I want to give them as many options as possible to make it as fun for them as I can to like defend the town from the bandits. And so I think with that in mind, I think this is about as good as we're gonna get. The only other thing I think we could maybe add would be like some of this stuff, but I don't really. It kind of works actually. Just like a little bit of that grassland texture in there. It's not awful. It's something that we can't really do in Roll20, but that'll make the map look a little bit more like grassy fields, and that's exactly what we're going for. This is a giant wheat field. And then yeah, I'll add like a top-down silo or something. I mean, maybe I should throw this into Roll20 and then pull Roll20 up on my OBS, but I've never set that up before, so I'm not going to do that today. But maybe some other time I'll go through the building of the encounters in that regard. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you think that this map is exactly what you need for your D&D game, it will be in the link in the description down below. As always, this is only for personal use. Please do not use this professionally without permission or paying me a lot of money first. If you enjoyed this map and you want to see more, there's, I believe, 27 other entries in the Daily Map series that you can go and watch right now. And if you're just in it for the maps, then there's also a map to go along with every single one of those videos as well. And I am going to be compiling all 30 of my first month's daily maps, or 31, whatever I think it's actually tomorrow is 30 days of map. There is 1 month, quote unquote, of doing daily maps. And if that is the case, it'd be kind of poetic that my D&D campaign starts a month exactly after starting this channel, kind of. But I'll be making a post with all the different maps in it on my Imgur page. And I'll probably put something on the DM's Guild Reddit, or D&D Behind the Screen or something for anybody who wants to come by and check out the maps. But yeah, that's about it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your Saturday. See you tomorrow.